Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to another episode of Geekin and Drinkin, episode 38. Let's do it! Oh, and that sound can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, we opened up our beers. This is Geekin and Drinkin, episode 38. I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
And Steven's pouring his beer ready because he's super excited for this episode because we are featuring a local brewery. Yet again, last episode, we featured Viva Brewery. Shout out to those guys. Check out their beer. They have their beers located at several different HEBs in Lincoln Heights, Bend there 1604, and the HEB at 281 and Evans Road. So head out to those, to those locations. Grab yourself a 6-pack of Viva beer, and try it out.
And if you're out there bar hopping, check out. They do have it at Burleson Beer Garden as well. That's located right off of Austin Street. So
look at that. This episode we are featuring Back Unturned, which is a new up and coming brew pub here in San Antonio. In the outskirts of downtown. For those of you who are from San Antonio, Brooklyn Street, by Pete's Taco House.
It used to be where they're located. The bar that used to be there, it used to be called the Knights of Brooklyn or Brooklyn Knights, actually.
Yeah.
It's right there, right off of Austin Street. Not Austin Street. I'm thinking of Burleson again. Right off of Brooklyn, off Broadway. So, check them out, dude. They're really good. They serve food there. The food, I'll definitely vouch for the food. The food is really good. It's pizza. They just started serving wings. A few weeks after they opened, the wings are really delicious as well. My favorite are the buffalo and the parmesan. Ooh, man, I'm already just getting hungry thinking about it right now.
Well, let's try these beers, and then we'll talk a little more about the actual brew pub itself because I actually visited for the first time. Steven is drinking their lager, the Legend of El Dorado. It's a dry hop lager with an ABV of 5.5. I tried a sample of it earlier. I have yet to actually fully drink a full glass of these beers. I actually, for the first time, visited the brewery today just to pick up these 16-ounce cans, and I sampled them just to see which ones I wanted. The lager, the brief taste that I had, it was delicious. The other one that stood out to me was the one that I'm drinking, which is the Redhead on Hay, which is a raspberry Saison, ABV of 7.1. I'm
gonna say I thought I tried that one when they first opened, but I'm gonna say that I didn't because it actually looks different. I think the one I tried was a little bit more real red, real heavy on the yeah.
All right, so let's try it. Damn, that's good. You could taste the raspberries. It's has a bit of a obviously raspberries have that sour kind of taste, which isn't overpowering, but it's also it's refreshing. It's really good. I really liked it.
The lager is very, very delicious. Damn, really good. I wish they would have had the Pale Ale.
Riverwalk Pale Ale.
Yeah, the Riverwalk Pale Ale. That one's really delicious as well. But this one is just as good as that one. If not, I think this is probably my new favorite beer from there now.
Yeah. No, like I said, I know you've been there before. Shout out to Aaron. He works there. The Beer Metal Dude podcast. Check it out. I know you've been there.
I've been there a few times.
I actually went for the first time today, just to pick up the beer. They couldn't be more nicer. I have my son with me. Most places, some like bars, they don't allow kids. But most of the breweries and brew pubs here in San Antonio, they're real kid friendly. So I just decided
family friendly, pet friendly.
Yeah, so. Like I walked in, I asked them, hey, is it okay if he comes in with me? And they're like, oh yeah, definitely. We have a baby in here already. He's
just right over there.
Yeah, he's making the beer. But it was funny because when I went up there, the lady that helped me out, she was super nice. She was giving me samples of the beers, and so when she gave me a sample of this one, she also poured I guess they also have their own sodas there. They have like their own juices, really? And so soda. Like she poured it. She goes, oh, here's for your son. see if he likes it. It's a raspberry soda. He was like, he thought it was beer. So he's like, I don't want to try it, you know.
No, thank you. I'm good.
But it actually was pretty good. You know, it was heavy in the raspberry, you know, and it kind of went hand in hand with the beer. But check it out, guys. Back Unturned. Like I said, here in San Antonio, you can't find it in the stores yet, but you can go to the brewery and buy yourself a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans. And the good thing about it is that I think each 16-ounce can costs about $7. So what you're doing is you're paying $7 for 4. But since you're buying a pack, they give you 25% off. So for me, it came out to about less than $30, you know, minus the tip. So, you know, excellent deal, you know, good beer, you know, very nice people.
I know what you're thinking, $30, but I mean, I'm gonna tell you, all you need is just a 4-pack, and you're good.
Yeah, because I mean, they're pretty heavy. They're up there in alcohol, you know. So I mean, you know, it doesn't take much, you know.
And these are not like beers that you just
want to
chug
up.
Yeah, you know, you enjoy this. You know.
Man, look at that color, dude.
Yeah, that's a pretty color, and this one right here too. It's got a pretty good haze to it. It's not too hazy, but it's really good. Once again, I'm gonna go back to that head. That head looks really nice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, like I said, check out Back Unturned. Follow them on social media, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know if they have a Twitter or not, but visit their website, which is backunturned.com. You'll find a lot of the information about the beers and the actual address of the brew pub. But check it out. You know, shout out to them, and keep making good beers. Keep making those good beers. Okay.
So I know, you know, we're geeking and drinking here. We always, you know, drink some beers, geek out on some pop culture stuff. But I kind of want to change it up here a little bit. I want to ask you, dude, when did you start getting into craft beers? Because I know when I started, but I don't remember when you started.
I mean, just like with you, it started with Shiner, Shiner and Sierra Nevada. Back when I first turned 21, I was drinking like Budweiser, you know, all those kind of beers. And
I remember you were also drinking Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. I mean, it was cheap, and you know, it tasted fine, you know. So I was like, okay, you know. But after a while, you know, I just kind of got tired of just the same old flavor, same old taste. I felt like, you know, that was all that was until you introduced me to Shiner Bock. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. It's a dark beer, now I could say I drink a dark beer because it's dark. And then they would sell those.
There's darker.
They would sell the variety packs. Remember they still do the 12 packs. So I think I like started buying more of those, and I think it was a lot of the Shiner Black, because like that was an acquired taste. I'm like, okay, you know, this is good.
Yeah.
You know, like it's different, but it's good. I could drink it, you know. And I remember people looking at me like, what are you drinking? That looks blacker than the night. Like, and it's like, I mean, it's good, you know. It's a different taste, and I like it. So I think from there I kind of explored more, you know, into different. Also, when I went to Oktoberfest here in we have a little here in San Antonio, we have a little festival at the at one of the it's like a German club, I guess.
It's a German style bar, but it's like it's a club. They got their members. What is it?
The Beethoven Manhire.
Yeah.
So every October they have their Oktoberfest, you know, for 2 weekends, so I think that was the first time I tried like a German beer. Like, oh, this is really good. So I think from there I kind of just skyrocketed into like just trying different stuff, and then also like I've always had like, you know, different types of beers, but when we started the show is when I started like really like branching out to like different stuff like sours and I guess you could say like more saisons. I started like having an acquired taste for like brown ales and bocks, stuff like that. So, you know, I guess that's where it started, you know, for at least for me. And I don't know, it's always that struggle of trying to like not so much convince someone to try a new beer, but just like that when I drink beer, it's not so much just to get drunk. It's you know, it's just like one of those niche things, you know, like everybody has their thing that they dive really deep into, whether it be music, movies, you know, cycling, like anything you could sink your teeth into.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I did with beer. I was like, you know, sink my teeth into and explore more of how it's made, what goes into the process of making it, the different variety of flavors, and you know,
which is why we also got into the homebrew. stuff as well. So
yeah. Shout out to Dan. Dan Gomez, Original Gomez. Check out the San Antonio Cerveceros. They'll help you out with all your homebrewing needs. They'll even teach you how to homebrew.
They host classes.
Yeah.
They're actually going to be hosting a kegging class at a homebrew party over off of Nakoma, 281 North in Nakoma, and that's going to be at 11 a.m. on February 29th which is a Saturday. And it's if you ever been curious about kegging a beer, if you're a home brewer, but you bottle your beers, but you've been interested in kegging, he's gonna do a demonstration of that, at the homebrew party. So be sure to check them out. I think homebrew party is also gonna be having a some type of brown ale contest as well that same day. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. If you've never been to a homebrew party, I suggest you go check it out. It's not a big place, but it's exactly the place it needs to be for what you need if you're going to be a home brewer. So it's pretty cool. I mean, for me, when I started getting into craft beers or even just different beers in general, for me was that when I turned 21, I was like, why am I going to go and buy something that I already been drinking when I wasn't of age? Mm-hmm. I'm 21. I'm going to explore. There's all these different types of beers, and even the taps look, intriguing themselves.
Yeah.
You had what's that one? I just thought of it right now, but I can't think of it. Like you had Landshark had the surfboard, the orange one with the.
Oh, Shock Top.
Shock Top, yeah. So it's like, I want to try some of these. I know Blue Moon was always around, was kind of making it big at the time as well.
Yeah, I think same time Shock Top was coming up, but since then they've been. I'm not sure if they started out as big breweries' attempts at making what they call crafty beers, not craft beers. But that said that too. I remember I tried Blue Moon. I'm like, oh, this is different. I like it. It wasn't until I started learning more about the business side of things, like how these big breweries kind of, for lack of a better term, I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. Like they screw the little guys over.
Yeah, and then even realizing too that beers do have different flavors. Just not just going from like light to dark or whatever, but even some of the light, stuff that looks the same, they all have different flavors. So it's like, oh wow, I was intrigued.
I think a good example of that, of like a beer that looks like that has a really interesting taste, is Dreamsicle from Buffalo Bayou.
Yeah, Dreamsicle. That's
a hint of orange and like vanilla. Like it's so good
with that cream.
That
creaminess and but yeah, I mean, so again, I started off with Shiner. Everything Shiner I was drinking. I loved the Shiner Light before it was Blonde Light or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same.
Well, didn't they have a blonde and they had light blonde?
Yeah, no. Actually, it was just light. It was still kind of dark, but it was just light.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. So then, another beer that I kind of went off and tried was Newcastle. And I remember all my friends would always make fun of me for Newcastle because they're like, "What are you drinking, bro? It looks like
a brown ale, right?"
Yeah, it's a brown ale. It looks like motor oil. I'm like, dude, this is delicious. Like, try it. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna try it. Someone was trying to no, I'm just gonna stick to what I'm like, whatever, dude. Yeah. You do what you do.
You do you.
Yeah, and then they're like, why am I gonna spend, X amount of money when I could spend that same amount of money for more beer, instead of getting a 6-pack, I could get a 12-pack for that, but just cheaper, disgusting tasting beer.
I also goes back to what I was saying earlier, like it's a real niche thing, because I mean, like, and firsthand about this, bicycles, someone could be like, oh, just go to Walmart and buy like a bike, no, but someone else will here spend like $1,000 on a trek, and just different mods here and there, actually really customize it to fit their preference of riding, and that's that's something to respect. Don't ever make fun of somebody for diving into something that they actually enjoy. If
plus the thing too, and thank you. That's a perfect example. With bicycles, because you go to Walmart and you ask somebody, what kind of parts does it have?
It's just
okay, and then most of the time too is like it's the employees putting them together, but you ever really look at some of the bicycles? The forks are backwards. The handlebars are put on wrong. You know, it's just like not assembled properly.
I bet you're just like, ah!
You know, you go to a bike shop and everything's put to you by, you know, either someone that's been in the industry for like 15 to 20 years or even longer than that. You know, someone that's properly trained how to assemble a bike properly. And like you said, and they size you up to what you want and to your needs. And they put you on a bicycle that you're on what you're looking for. They're not just gonna be like, oh, here's this $10,000 bike. You know, this is what you should buy. No, we're gonna be like
they walk you through. Like, okay, like what are you looking for? What do you want? Okay. Now I know what to shoot for.
What kind of ride are you looking into getting?
It's the same thing with beer. It's a craft. You know, like there's a craft to it of, you know, being what do you call it, creative. You know, just like putting, you know, helping out somebody to fit their own preference.
And the same thing too. Like you go to Back Unturned, is they're really nice people. They're really good guys. I love going there. Real knowledgeable. And you know, you ask them, you know, okay, what kind of beer, you know, they'll ask you. And you know, of course, you know, if you've never really tried craft beer, they're always going to go back. Okay, what kind of beer do you like? Oh, you know, kind of like Budweiser or Miller Lite, Bud Light kind of thing. Okay, you know what? Here, try this. It's not going to be exact, but you know, this is where, you know, where we're aiming at, and then we're going to either go, you know, higher or lower from here, and you know, boom, then that's how, you know, you start finding your niche on it. Oh shoot, this beer is fucking good, or this beer is like, it's too strong for me, and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I mean, give these brew pubs a try, man. I mean, Back Unturned, definitely, you know, definitely for the food as well. The food's really good. Again, they are family friendly, pet. I'm not too sure about pet friendly because they're indoors. But definitely family friendly for sure. You know, and you know, other breweries too around town. There's a whole bunch of them that are coming up and coming. Roadmap, you know, going on, I think on that second or third year already. We have yet to been featured in, but we want to, you know. They do the same thing. They can beers, but I think theirs are like 32-ounce cans. Yeah,
I think like 32 or 24.
So they're a little bigger.
A little more expensive. But but at the same time, you know, like, you know, they have a wide selection of beer. And like today, I was either going to stop at Back Unturned or Roadmap to pick up, you know, some to-go beers. I'm glad I went to Back Unturned, you know, because not only were they, you know, and people at Roadmap, they're the same way, you know. Shout out to Sid, you know, and Dusty, you know, they're nice people, you know, very knowledgeable what they do. It's just that when I passed by Roadmap, there was a line going around the block for some reason. I guess they're having an event or something. So I was like, I'm glad I went to Back Unturned, you know, because Jesus, like I was in and out. Within like 20 minutes, you know, sample some beers. This is what you like? Okay, let's get you some. And they're awesome, like so nice. But yeah, guys, like Steven said, you know, if you find yourself like at a store, you're like looking at the beer, like, I don't know what I want, you know, go away from that Budweiser, Bud Light aisle. You know, go to where there's a little more color. You know,
support
local. You know, buy yourself you know, and then they have sales. You know, buy yourself a 6-pack of something, or even like the single cans. You know, like buy yourself a couple of those. Just try it out. You know, that way you can say you tried it. And if you don't like it, all good. That's all totally fine.
And then even if you go to like Big Hops or Growler Exchange that have a variety of different types of beers, craft beers from different places, other places in Texas, not even just Texas, but even other states and and I think they had one from Ireland one time. You know, they'll give you samples. You know, like here, you know, here's a small sample. You know, or you could even do a flight.
Yeah,
you know, where you pick, you know,
a variety.
A variety of different beers you want. They're like almost like shot beers, but they're still a pretty good amount. And I mean, just try that, and you just start going at it, and it's good. And that's what I like about it. You know, you go to, you know, somewhere kind of popular. You know, not trying to you know, downgrade anybody here, but you know, just kind of some of these popular joints. They're not gonna be as friendly as they are, you know, as knowledgeable.
Yeah.
As you know, someone at, you know,
what do you want?
Someone at Back Unturned or Roadmap or Alamo or, you know, any of these, you know, brewery places, or even some of the other ones you visit, like Fort Tap, Texas Beer Co, Hops and Grain, you know, all these other breweries. I remember one time I went to I won't say where I went to, but I went to this, you know, chain restaurant, and they're kind of known to have good craft beers. So I was like, okay, cool. I asked the server, "Is like, hey, what kind of Texas craft beers do you have?" He's like, Budweiser, Bud Light. I was like, no. I said Texas craft beers. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, oh my god, dude, like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna be a server somewhere, I mean, you have to be at least knowledgeable of these things. Come on,
you can at least give an effort.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, support local, support Texas craft beer, support craft beers in general. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like its own community now, which is why we decided to. One of the reasons why we decided to do this podcast is not just to geek out on movies, TVs, and nerd shit like that, but also nerd shit about beers. We love beer, we love craft beer, and this is why I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit because we never really just kind of focus on the beer. We've mentioned the beers, but we never really focused too much on the beer. So
yeah, and this Back Unturned beer needs all the focus in the world because, bro, this shit is good.
Yeah, so I mean, not even just Back Unturned. We love you guys too, but everybody.
Any beer we featured on the show, minus Carbach. I mean, try them out. They're good. And like Steven said, like that. The craft beer community has been nothing but good to us, which is surprising, like three brothers who don't know what the hell they're doing. And they just been treating us nothing but good. And with that being said, we are, I know, we just been kind of keeping it real low key with these episodes, but later on this year, for sure, in the summertime or like post, like July, we will be aiming at doing more brewery episodes and bringing on more people on the show.
Yeah, I mean, as much we love doing the show, but we do have our own jobs as well. So unfortunately, we're gonna kind of change things up a little bit. Where we're just gonna probably just focus me Eddie quite a bit more because Eddie's schedule is gonna change at his job here pretty soon.
Goodbye weekends.
But once he gets his weekends back, we're definitely gonna try to hit hard. And there's a lot of breweries we want to get in contact with that we want to go and visit. Maybe even
we still need to do Backfish.
Yeah, Backfish. Oh, man,
we had that one lined up.
There's a lot. Yeah, I mean,
sorry guys.
we love you.
We'll be there. Don't worry. Just give us a little time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so
who knows? Even maybe we'll just kind of feature some of the local beer pubs that have been popping up here. Maybe we could hook up with the guys from Back Unturned and do an episode there. Dos Sedanos just opened as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do.
I'm down. But yeah, so how you been?
Been good. I don't know about you, dude, because I'm looking at all these scratches you got over here.
Oh no, that's just my new puppy. He's a love scratches.
He loves you.
Yeah, I just got over the flu, dude. No, dude, it was the worst.
I have to sanitize his mics afterwards.
Yeah, but something good came out of that, and after we come back from break, I saw a lot of movies, and I'm like waiting to talk about them because I'm so excited. I know. I mean, I'll get one out of the way right now. One of the movies that I saw, which you guys could watch anytime you want, is Horse Girl on Netflix, starring Addison Brie. Shannon Elizabeth comes out in that movie. And I remember I watched the trailer for it. I'm like, it just looks a little bit weird. And it's not a spoiler to say that because it's in the trailer. She mentions like, have you ever? She mentions like alien abductions. I was like, okay, okay. So I sat down and watched it, and man, dude, I actually really really like that movie. Because I've seen movies that deal with alien abductions, like The Fourth Kind. That one did it in a real scary way, and it's always scary, this one did it in such a trippy kind of peaceful way. I that's the only way I could describe it. It deals with aliens, but not in that in your face scary. It's real subtle, and it's also it also does it to where it's it's I don't know how it's just the way they did it, incorporate the whole alien thing in that movie, it was pretty good. I liked it. And Addison Brie actually pulls in a very good performance in this movie. There's one scene in particular where she just like, she has to like freak out and do like, you could feel it. Like she's just
So
like,
what is it? Kind of like a scary thriller?
No, not even. It's, I would say of course it's an independent movie.
I never even heard. I didn't even know that was coming out. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a Horse Girl on Netflix. I don't know how you could describe it. I guess you could say slightly thriller. You know,
Drama maybe. It's drama-ish.
it's one of those. It's one of those weird movies, like trippy,
like
not,
horns.
Yeah, kind of, but not like not horns.
Like Swiss Army Man.
Yes. I guess yes, you could say that. But like I said, it's just because the way they incorporate the whole alien thing is perfect. Like I actually really enjoyed the movie, and I was like tuned in the whole time. So check it out. Horse Girl, starring Addison Brie on Netflix. If you want to see her stretch her acting chops, you know, she actually, you know, does a pretty good job.
She's been doing really good for herself. You know, she was one of my favorites in Community, and you know, I kind of figured, you know, she's gonna go out there. She's gonna do stuff. Yeah, Glow is an amazing show. Love that show. I was actually surprised because when I first saw the trailer for Glow, I was like, I don't know, this is kind of corny.
I love Glow, dude.
But then, you know, you started watching it and you had really good things to say about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll watch it. And yeah, sure enough, I was like, dude, this is good. And when I started watching, my wife was like, this looks stupid. And then I started watching season 2 and she's like, oh, this actually looks really good. I need to go back and watch season 1 now.
And then at the third season, I remember it came out, and I binged it like 2 days. I'm like, I watched the whole thing.
Was that the last season or?
Yeah.
I thought they were coming out with one more.
Not the last season, but I think they're gonna be doing another one because the way this one ended.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, I got confused because I couldn't remember if the third season was the last season or the fourth season's actually gonna be the last season because I know they're talking about the finale, series finale.
Yeah. So, yeah, check it out. Like I said, you know, Horse Girl. Check out Glow. Check out, you know, just check out other ways. But we're gonna be talking about some more movies right now. Take a quick break real fast, and then we can dive into it a little more.
And we'll be back.
What's going on, guys? And we are back, episode 38, Geekin and Drinkin. Yeah, man. I know. Like I said, we went to break. You know, I know, been sick from the flu, dude. Horrible. Been to hell and back, but I'm 100%. But the good thing to come out of that being sick was I got a chance to watch quite a few movies that I've been wanting to watch. I don't know if you remember last time we talked about when we were talking about some of the best picture nominations for this year's Oscars. I had maybe a couple now of like I think I only have 2 more movies to watch in that. 2 more movies, yeah. Parasite, and I haven't watched Parasite, and I haven't watched Little Women yet. But I did get a chance to watch Ford v Ferrari, starring Christian Bale, Matt Damon, directed by James Mangold. From if you know who that is, it's the guy who directed Logan and The Wolverine. And I know this movie one of your anticipated movies you want to watch. So sorry, but. It's good.
It is what it is.
It's good. Watch it. I
will. I will eventually get the time to watch these movies.
It's really good. You know, I rented it and I was like, okay, you know, because I know Roxy didn't really want to watch it, so I was like, okay, I'll put it on, just you know, see how it is. And I was like, man, this movie's good. Like, Christian Bale's accent just kind of like, you know, I love his accent in that movie. And the little boy who plays his son actually, I also came out in Honey Boy, which we'll get into a little bit later. Yeah, like it also have John Bernthal. He comes out in this movie, and it's funny because I love John Bernthal. Like he has this signature thing that he does every time he's in movies. He's always like. Just Carl, this you want to be when Jesus comes, huh? Carl. Like he does this stupid thing. Like I wish I'm working on an impression. I'm working on it. But like he has his signature John Bernthal like he always says this. Like he always so Steven, tell me, you know. He looks around like he does. He does this stupid thing, but the movie is really good. Ford v Ferrari. Like I said, like it's kind of hard to rank these movies, you know, because like they each have their individual like just things about them that I enjoy. But yeah, another Best Picture nomination that I watched, and actually I liked it so much that I watched it twice, was Jojo Rabbit. Taika Waititi directing, even starring in it. You know, it's a real satire film. And I'm actually really glad that I got nothing spoiled for this movie. You know, that being said, I'm not going to go farther from that.
Other than it's worth watching, and I
should watch it. It really is, because I watched it. It's such a charming movie. Like it's so sweet. Like it's charming. Like the two kids that come out in that movie, like they're just so like good and funny. Taika Waititi kills it. Like, you know, the way they, you know, his portrayal of 10-year-olds. What do you call it? Like a 10-year-old's
mindset.
Yeah, like mindset of Hitler, because that's his imaginary friend. It's Hitler, but with the mindset of a 10-year-old. So it's just like, you know, and Taika Waititi's playing it, so you already know that.
And that's not even really a spoiler, you know. That
yeah,
it's in the trailer. It you know, if you didn't get that from the trailer, I mean, come on, it kind of like insinuates that.
Yeah, like and the movie starts off, you're like, oh, like, you know, okay, like, but then as the movie progresses, the characters that you kind of like were iffy about, like you love them, you know, like even Sam Rockwell, his character, he's funny, you know, like, but like, you know, the way they handle his character is awesome.
Rebel Wilson,
she's probably the oddball out, but she does a good job. You know, Scarlett Johansson, who did receive a supporting actress nomination for this movie, well deserved. She was like, her and the son's dynamic in that movie is just like, I that's what makes you fall in love with this movie.
So you would say that the main character of this movie was the kid?
Yes, the kid.
He was the lead role.
Yes, I don't know his name.
See, that kind of bugs me when it comes to. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of bringing up the Academy because we mentioned the Academy a little while ago, but you know, I don't. In my knowledge, I don't ever remember ever being a best actor for, you know, like a kid, like, you know what I mean, like a kid being nominated as. Well,
I think Jacob Tremblay got nominated for Room.
I remember
the one with him and Brie Larson, which is super sad. It's on Netflix actually. It's really good. I think you guys should watch it. It's really good. But yeah, he's probably one of the only ones. Yeah, the whole the whole nomination thing with the Oscars, it's all funky, you know. Like,
yeah.
You
We're
know,
not gonna get too much into it.
Yeah,
there was a lot. There was a lot of bullcorn stuff going on there. But
and another movie we both watched, Honey Boy, that got completely snubbed at the Oscars.
Okay, just real quick, yeah. Actually, Shia LaBeouf got snubbed twice because he came out in two good movies. One that I've seen and one that I haven't seen, but I've heard really good things about both of them, and I can't believe not one of them didn't get. He did not get nominated for not one, or even the movies themselves didn't get nominated for anything.
But yeah, so yeah, going back to Jojo Rabbit, like, yeah, I liked it so much that I watched it again the next day, and it still it hit me the same way. I'm like, man, like this, it's so good. It's probably out of all the movies that I watched this, you know, while I was being sick, that's probably one of my top 3 movies. Like, it's just so good. I really enjoyed it. Check it out. You know, I know, like, you know, like it's set in Germany during World War II.
Yeah, obviously because Hitler's.
Yeah, so like, but it's like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to like give anything away, like any of the funny points. But I just do yourself a favor, even you, like, watch it. Like, it's so good. And I tell you more because I know you like Taika Waititi, but you only seen Thor Ragnarok. Like, watch What We Do in the Shadows. I know you've seen the show too.
Yeah, the show.
But watch the movie. Watch Hunt for the Wilder People. That one's funny.
Which one?
Hunt for the Wilder People.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
And then of course Jojo Rabbit. Like, do yourself a favor and watch Jojo Rabbit. I know you're gonna love it.
Okay, but this is what I'm gonna do though. I'm not gonna go rent it. I'm actually gonna go buy the movie because you convinced me that it's worth buying. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy the movie.
I really think it is worth buying.
I think I'll probably end up just also buying Ford v Ferrari.
I think that one's worth it too. I actually really like that movie. It was really good.
Because I think I could see myself, because that was another one of my anticipated movies I really wanted to see. That was not like a sci-fi superhero movie. So that one was one I really wanted to go see. My wife really wanted to go see that one too. So we just never made it out to go see it. But I think I'll end up buying those two, watching them, and kind of make a movie night out of it. And of course, I had to buy Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That one's good.
Because I know you've seen that one.
I've seen that one, and I like that movie. It's a good Quentin Tarantino movie. Brad Pitt, well deserved with his Oscar win with that movie. But I have to say, I like Ford v Ferrari and Jojo Rabbit better. I like them better. It was a good movie. I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I actually like the other two better. Like I said, I still have to see Parasite and Little Women just to get a feel of the Best Picture nominations. But I
was a little iffy. Like, I was kind of wondering, like, why did they remake Little Women? Like,
it's remade for the third time. Like, it's like the oldest book in. Like,
yeah, I mean, they even mentioned it in Friends. Yeah, Joey. But I mean, I just know that it was a movie that came out back in like the early '90s. He had Winona Ryder was one of the stars in it. Kristen Dunst, Claire Danes, dude. Even Christian Bale was in that movie.
He was. He played the Timothy Chalamet character.
I don't know who that character was. I just know he was in it.
Oh, okay, yeah, he probably did.
So yeah, I was just kind of like, why? What is there a need for it? And then obviously it got all these nominations. So I was like, well, man, it must have been that damn good, for them, for a remake.
Yeah,
so, like you said, it being the third time, I thought it was the second time they remade it, but apparently it's the third time they remade it.
I think out of all of them, that's probably the one that I'm least like rushing out to go see, only because I just feel like not that to say it's a bad movie. I just feel like it probably won't resonate with me, because I'm not a Little Women.
I'm not a Little Woman. Well, I don't know. I guess. Plus, I never even read the book, so I don't know how.
But I do want to see it.
Interested, I'll be into it.
Just to give because I know Greta Gerwig and I love Lady Bird, Saoirse Ronan. I love Florence Pugh.
Still need to see that damn movie. It's on my watch list on Prime.
Oh, Lady Bird. It's good. It's good. Even Timothy Chalamet comes in that movie too, so it's really good. So I think those are the two movies that I saw that you haven't seen, right?
Yeah, those, and then speaking of the two movies that Shia LaBeouf got snubbed on, one that you've seen, because you've seen both of them.
No, I've only seen one. I haven't seen Peanut Butter Falcon.
I thought you saw it. I thought you rented it.
I rented it, but I didn't watch it.
Okay. So, Peanut Butter Falcon is one that he came out and that he got snubbed with. That got a lot of raves, but we haven't seen it, so we're not going to give too much on that one. But his other movie that he came on, that I've been waiting. I thought it was going to be available in November on Prime, but it took 4 months for it to finally come out on Prime, because it's a Prime original. Honey Boy. Oh my God!
I remember he texted me that morning like, "Oh, Honey Boy's on Amazon Prime." I'm like, "Oh." Add to. I'll watch this, and I think I watched it like I said.
I saw it that night.
I was sick in bed. And I was like, I'm gonna put this on, and I'm like, I hope it's good, because I just want to escape from all this sickness and just watch this movie. And like, it really did. Like man, dude, that movie moved me so much. Like, it might be my favorite movie of watching all these movies, just because like it resonated with me so much. Like I even teared up watching it. And I'm just like. Because it is a story about him and his life, his relationship with his father, and if you dive deep into I guess researching it, most of the stuff is true. And the thing is, Shia LaBeouf plays his father in the movie.
That was the thing that really was like, I really need to watch this, because he's playing his own dad.
It's like so therapeutic in a way, and watching it, and even the way it towards the end, it gets kind of it's really aware of itself, and Lucas Hedges, plays an older. What's his name? What's his name in the movie? I forgot his name. That little boy.
Yeah.
Because it's not his name's not.
It's obviously not Shia LaBeouf.
It's not like it's based on his life, but the names and everything was changed. But it is based.
It's a simple name too.
Yeah. It is based on Shia LaBeouf's Otis. Yeah. So Lucas Hedges plays an older Otis.
Dude, that guy is a really good actor, dude. He moved me in Manchester by the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was so good in that movie. So good.
Yeah. But like he just knocked him and the little boy who played younger Otis and older Otis. Like, man, dude, like they really knocked it out. And like I said, there's one scene at the end where with Lucas Hedges and Shia LaBeouf. He's like him talking to his dad and just like, oh, it hit me so hard. I'm like, shit, dude, this movie, like, fuck, it's really good. Like, check it out. Because I've always been a fan of Shia LaBeouf. I remember growing up, I used to watch Even Stevens. I loved Even Stevens.
I never watched Even Stevens, but I always knew who he was. I never got to see Hose. I heard Hose was a really good movie, and which is based off of a book that you were reading, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
And then when he went on and
he did Eagle Eye, Transformers.
He started doing Transformers.
He was an I Am Legend.
No.
I Robot. Sorry, I Robot.
But he was where I started liking him was when he was in Constantine.
Okay, yeah, see that's one I haven't seen. I know he's in Constantine.
He was in Constantine. I liked him in Constantine. He had a really good role in Constantine. Even though a lot of people didn't even like the Keanu Reeves Constantine, I still love that movie.
For the longest time, my favorite Shia LaBeouf movie, and he wasn't even like the main character, but he was one of the key characters, was Fury. Have you seen Fury? With Brad Pitt, Michael Pena, Shia LaBeouf.
It's like World War II.
Who was the last one? John Bertha.
It was like World War II based, right?
World War One. One? Yeah. That movie, like, man, that movie's good.
The one that I liked in him, another one that they were also talking that he had controversy with his co-stars, because there was also controversy about him and Brad Pitt on that one, right? And then there was also one where he had a controversy with another one of his co-stars supposedly, but he kind of like told the story of that one. He debunked it. Was Lawless
with Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. That was a good one too. I love that movie.
Yeah, like he's.
And I thought he did, even though the movie bombed itself and the storyline wasn't that great, but I thought he did good for his role. Was the role that he played in Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Even though the movie itself sucked, I thought he did, fairly well for himself in that movie.
He plays his son, right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't know they didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being his son.
Yeah, he had
he was like a 50s. He was like a greaser.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Sorry,
punk.
Sorry, you have to be in that movie.
Yeah. But, I mean, I thought he did good for what the part was.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, but
yes, Honey Boy. Oh my God, dude. Even him performing as his own dad. I mean, that was just real moving. Some of the stuff that he did in the performance was just like, oh my God, dude, like.
It's really raw. Like it's super like I said, like talk about therapeutic. Like Jesus, dude. Like and like he has come to terms now. With his dad, the way his dad was back then. His dad is struggling. A former drug addict. Like he was in jail. He got charged with what was he went to like court or he was charged with like rape or something, like all this stuff, like crazy stuff. And I actually like when like I was like how much of this stuff is true, and when like most of it is, I'm like, oh shit, like damn, like. And it's the fact that he played his dad, it's like I don't know, like that shit is just wow, like that itself. I can't stress enough how like good it is.
The kid that played the younger version of him really knocked it out of the park. What would you say is one Logan?
Lucas Hedges.
Lucas Hedges. He knocked it out of the park too. Dude, I mean, there were so many parts in there. I mean, even from the beginning. I mean,
who has a low key part in that movie? Martin Starr.
Yeah. I was like,
is that Martin
Yeah, that guy looks familiar, and you're like, oh yeah, it is him. Because he's totally different. The character that he plays in that movie and the character that he plays in Spider-Man is totally different from the character he plays in Silicon Valley. Yeah, it's oh my god, dude! Like, what the hell? But I love Martin Starr, dude. He's another one of my favorites out there. That I think he needs to have his own, either like maybe like Raw show or just kind of like, he needs to get recognized a little bit more. I mean, he was one of my favorite characters in Freaks and Geeks. I loved him in that one. And I was going to just say, like, because we were talking about Honey Boy, and I started thinking of one of the parts. I was just like, oh my god, it kind of got me real teary eyed when I watched it. It was just about to get me teary eyed again. I won't go full detail into the part, but I'll see if you recognize the part. I'm gonna butcher the line a lot too. Is the boss is not always right, and when the little boy is trying to tell him, I'm your boss, you listen to me, and then he goes, oh okay, all right, and then something happens, and then he goes, well, the boss is not always.
Oh, right. Dude. Oh, that was bad. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, it's like, fuck.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, no.
Do yourself a favor, go watch it. It's a really good movie. Like Eddie said, it's pretty raw in itself too, but it's such a damn good movie. It's such a good movie.
I'm telling you, that one scene with him and with Lucas Hedges and Shia LaBeouf, like, that got me. I was like, oh, god damn, like, fuck. Good movie. Check it out. Like, it'll really bring out the emotions. One movie that we both saw, and I want to bring it up now because I don't really have much to say about it. But we both saw it.
I'm going to ask, is this the one that you said you were, like, the one that you're going to say was your least kind of favorite? Okay, we'll go for it.
Sonic the Hedgehog came out. Amidst all this controversy with how he looked before, which they actually really turned it around. Like, they really turned it around from what it was gonna be to what it actually turned out to be. So I took my son to go see it because he's a big fan of Sonic. He wanted to see it. Okay, so I told him I would take it. I was still sick, I was like, fuck it, we'll go. Got to the theater, ordered myself a beer. I was like, fuck it,
I'm sick. I'm gonna need an IPA.
I did. I got IPA. I think it was Weathering Soul IPA. Okay. No, wait. No, it wasn't. It was, I don't remember what it was. I forgot what it was. No, it was Legal Draft.
It was an IPA.
Yeah, it was an IPA. Smash and Grab. There you go, IPA. Got it, drank it. Movie started. And then it finished. Huh? Because I fell asleep.
Oh, man.
I crashed out. I thought I was asleep for like 5 minutes. I woke up and it's over. I'm like, oh. Well, it was a good movie.
Well, obviously you didn't fall asleep. When did you fall asleep?
Like, when he meets James Mars.
Okay, well, you pretty much fell asleep for more than 5 minutes. Okay, man.
Because I had just taken medicine before I left the house. I took medicine. I was okay, and I got to the theater.
I think you need to give it a second chance. I'm gonna be honest with that. You need to give it a second chance. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I did. I did the same thing. I wasn't sick, but I did the same thing. I took my son to go see it because, he was a fan of it too. He loves Sonic as well, and so we went to go see it. And I actually enjoyed it way more than I thought I was. Yeah. And even for Jim Carrey's performance, he wasn't too Jim Carrey.
But people are saying, I know I fell asleep in the movie, but I've been really tuned into this movie as far as like how it's doing and what people are saying about it. And people were saying good things about it. Like, it's actually, I think it's made the most money of any video game movie.
Yes.
It's up there rated. It's like better rated than Detective Pikachu, which, I was like,
yeah,
I thought that was crazy.
Detective Pikachu was good. Fairly good.
Elijah loved it. His mother, she loved it, so I was like, all right,
my wife loved it too.
So it's like, Yeah, I mean, like I didn't fall asleep because I didn't like the movie. I was sick, you know. Took a medicine, drank an IPA, and I was like, and we were sitting because we bought the tickets the last minute, so we were sitting in the 2 front rows.
Oh, okay.
So like I climbed my seat all the way back, and I like kind of like laid back, and I just.
Oh, so you were in one of those theaters.
Yeah, and I really hate that I fell asleep. I did catch the little credit scene.
Okay,
that was cool.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, that's fucking cool. Like,
see, people, especially movies like this, there are certain movies that you do not leave yet because there's always going to be something. And when we watched this movie, I was kind of like, I don't think there's going to be anything, but we'll just kind of wait. And we waited.
It wasn't really that much into the credits. It was like half, like
it was the mid credit.
Yeah.
And we waited, dude. All the kids in the theaters went nuts.
My son was like, "Oh my god!"
They went nuts, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "I knew it! I knew it!" And I was just like it was crazy. It was so. Look out there.
I'm not gonna lie. From what I saw, I liked. You know, and I wish I would have stayed awake during that movie. And then when it comes out, of course, I'm gonna rent it again and watch it.
I think it's worth
give it the attention that it deserves. You know, because only reason I say it is because like it may not be the best movie in the world, but from what it was starting out to be, remember that first trailer we got and how hideous that Sonic looked, and they turned it around. And what sucks about it too is that visual effects company that really like really knocked out of the park, they went bankrupt.
Yeah,
like that sucks. Like, you know, but at the same time, kudos to them. Like, you guys did a good job on really, really turning this shit thing that was
my god, dude. I could just imagine how shitty the first trailer was, and if it would have stuck that way, what we would have ended up seeing for the mid credit.
Ooh, no, I know, right? Like, wasn't that? Sorry.
Oh, spoiler.
Sorry. That was bad. Hey, whatever. I know.
I'll just bleep it out.
Do that. Yeah. But yeah, like that is true. I didn't think about that. Like, oh man. Like,
and you know what the funny part is that so we got the first trailer and how hideous, you know, Sonic ended up being, and so they had to re-go do and everything. Well, the toys were already in production, so the toys are what the are what the
dude, that Sonic looked hideous.
That Sonic was creepy, dude. Even my son was like
even the shoes. Like, I'm just so glad that they really, really went back and like, you know what, let's change this up, cause
and I'm really glad that the studio ended up doing that. I'm so happy that they.
I'm honestly
that they took the criticism to heart, and that they're like, you know what? No,
we're gonna go back to
if we're working hard on this movie, we need to fix this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they went back to go fix it.
Yeah, and it does suck that company did go bankrupt, but I mean, like they did a good job. They really did a really good job. You know, like it looks so much better. Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel bad for falling asleep. I really feel bad for falling asleep during that movie. But
you know, it's really not 100% your fault. I mean,
IPAs get you
yourself weren't even feeling 100%. So
yeah,
you know, and you didn't want your son to be cooped up, you know, so that's why you took him. But you know, hey, he enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you got to see the mid credit. Hey, that's all that matters. But I definitely suggest give it a second chance. Yeah. And if you have not seen it, please go watch it. It is fairly entertaining. Yeah. Fairly entertaining. The comedy is really good. It's got a little bit of adult humor, but for the most part, a lot of the kids were laughing at a lot of the jokes.
I also hear there's like a lot of product placement in this movie.
Yes, there is definitely a lot.
I saw one of them. You know, I was like,
but it's really good. Again, if you know, however you feel about Jim Carrey and his performances.
He was having fun doing this movie.
I felt that this was not full Jim Carrey. I felt this was like 60% Jim Carrey.
You think he was playing it safe?
I think, yeah, I really do think he was trying to.
I do like the way he looks at the end, though.
Yeah,
he looks totally like.
I mean, and you know, I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's always been one of my favorite actors, favorite comedians. I mean, despite, you know, yeah, he may overact sometimes and this and that, but he's always been one of my favorites. I mean, I love the Truman Show. I definitely love Man on the Moon.
Have you ever seen I Love You, Philip Morris?
I've never seen that one.
Really?
I've always wanted to see that one.
Dude, that one was good.
I need to see that one, and I've always heard really good things. Well, I've heard back and forth things about Eternal Sunshine.
That's up there. That was probably one of my favorite movies.
And as far as his comedies go, I mean, Ace Ventura was always my thing. It was always my favorite.
I want to rent I Love You, Philip Morris, and I want to watch it with you because like, I guarantee
Isn't it on streaming somewhere? I thought it was on streaming somewhere.
I don't know.
But
We'll
have to check.
You're going to watch it and be like, oh. Like, it's good. It's good.
But I heard it's a really good movie. So
Yeah.
I really want to watch it. But yeah, I mean, I just love Jim Carrey in this movie, dude. He was really good. I thought he did really good for the part that he played.
What movie was he saying that he would be down to do a sequel for recently? He did an interview and he's like, someone mentioned a sequel. He'd be like, yeah, I'll be down to. I forgot what movie it was.
The Mask.
The Mask. Oh, I would love to see another Mask.
Yeah,
a good one, not that stupid Son of the Mask.
Yeah,
bullshit.
that one. Not the Jamie Kennedy stupid version. That was
dumb,
terrible.
But we're gonna take a quick break. And we got one more movie to discuss, and then Steven has some
couple of shows to talk about,
some TV to talk about. So catch us on the other side. Steven just finished his beer, and here's another one. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Geekin Drinkin here. Just talking about some movies, talking about some beer. Back Unturned Brewing Co, San Antonio, Texas. That's what we're drinking today.
God, this also smells good too. Just like the lager was really delicious.
What you drinking over there, Steven? What you drinking over there? That's what I had earlier.
The Redhead in the Hay.
Redhead in the Hay, which is a raspberry Saison.
Saison.
Which is a 7.1.
Look how pretty that looks. Go ahead.
Delicious, dude. Delicious. 7.1 ABV. Good beer, but it'll sneak up on you. Steven had this one earlier. I'm drinking the dry hopped lager. The Legend of El Dorado. Check out, I said Back on Turn. They have their brew pub here in San Antonio, Texas. Visit the website, backunturn.com. You cannot find their beers in stores yet. What you can do, I got these 16-ounce cans at the brew pub. Pretty good deal. Each 16-ounce can costs about $7. So if you buy a 4-pack, it's $7.777. But they give you 25% off the pack.
Lucky 7.
So
7.1.
Like I said, I mentioned earlier, it came out to a little bit less than $30 for you can mix and match. So I decided just to get 2 of each, for the show. Me and Timmy could try 1 each. But you can mix and match. They have an IPA. They have a stout. They have I think it's a coconut stout, I believe, which sounds delicious. But and the thing is, you might be thinking to it's good, right? They might be thinking to yourself like, oh, $30 for a 4-pack of 6 ounces. No, that's too much. Nah, dude. Like,
I could go and buy like 3 20-packs with that.
Nah, bro. I mean, if you do that, you're not getting the flavor. You're not getting the, just
killing your liver, bro.
Yeah, like just
get a 4-pack and you'll be good.
Yeah, you'll be good. Drink a couple. Have a good time, whatever. But Back on Turn, check them out. I just finished talking about some movies that we watched. I've been watching a lot of movies. Steven watched a couple of them. The last one that we're gonna talk about here. It's a new movie, still out in theaters right now.
Well, recap on what some of the movies that you watch and the ones that we what we just talked about earlier. So Eddie has seen Jojo Rabbit.
Yes.
Ford v Ferrari.
Yes.
He hasn't seen Little Women yet, so
Horse Girl. Good movie.
Horse Girl.
Check it out.
Netflix. We talked about Honey Boy, Amazon or Prime Video, and
Sonic.
Sonic.
Another movie that it's on my radar. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow before I go to work. It is available now on Amazon Prime, and I'm super excited to watch it. It's another movie that I believe got snubbed at the Oscars, but she did win an Oscar for.
I know what you're talking about.
Not Oscar, a Golden Globe. Is The Farewell.
About. Yeah.
I'm super excited to watch this movie.
That's on my playlist, on my watch list as well. So.
I'm gonna watch that probably tomorrow. So I'm excited to watch it. But we have one more movie. I know Steven watched this when it came out, the weekend it came out, and I watched it actually last night, so it's still fresh in my mind. So what are we calling this movie? Are we calling it? What are we calling it?
Okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. What is it? Let me tell you what it is.
The original title was.
Okay, go for it.
Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which is a mouthful. I will admit. Do you know what Birds of Prey is? Because apparently no one else does. First weekend it came out, it didn't really make all that money, and I truly believe, it's all because of the title. No one knows what Birds of Prey is.
I have two reasons. I'll agree with you on that one. That's one of the reasons, but I'll tell you what the other reason is. But let's go on. So, obviously, what he was saying, what is the title? What's the title? Is because apparently that
after the weekend,
the studio changed the title.
At first, there was reports that the title's being changed or changing it to Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
but
or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, or something like that.
The only thing that they change is the title on the movie. Like if you go to Fandango,
description.
If you go to Fandango,
the movie description.
or if you go to your theater and you look, the movie titles, it says Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. It doesn't say that whole emancipation thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people don't know what Birds of Prey is. They didn't know this was a DC Harley Quinn movie, which it really is. And the thing is, I mean,
to be honest with you, I think it should have been titled Harley Quinn because she's pretty much the main focus.
And she's telling the story. Yeah,
telling the story. And then the whole Birds of Prey. So Birds of Prey is a group of super heroines. Which heroines is female superheroes.
Not heroin, the drug.
Yeah, not the drug. Just make it straight here. Set the record straight. But because people are like heroin.
Did you just say heroin?
Did you say heroin? Like, no, we're not talking about Heisenberg Blue. Okay, we're talking about female superheroes. So they're a group of female superheroes that are fight for justice and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But, a little spoiler alert, in the movie, they're not the main focus.
That's probably one of my main gripes with the movie.
Yeah, so that's probably, same for me. Because they don't even actually mention it, until way later in the movie, what the Birds of Prey is. I told you, dude. I told you.
Damn, that's hard to choose between one of those two, man. That one's good.
So it's really so I really think it should have been
Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey. Yeah. I think that should have been the title. It should have been Harley Quinn,
or the Fabulous Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey kind of thing. If they wanted to kind of keep something, because I mean Harley Quinn's fabulous. But dude,
that being said,
one of the main things that me and my wife really loved about that movie, and that was kind of like it's not like a main focus in it, but what was like that looked so good in that movie was the sandwich she made.
Oh, the egg sandwich. That's
breakfast egg sandwich.
If you know, then you know it.
Oh, it's like, that looks. When they were making it, it was just like, oh god, it looks so good. I was getting hungry.
Yeah. That being said, I actually really enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I know my main gripe was that this movie is more of a Harley Quinn movie than it is Birds of Prey. Yes, the other members of this Birds of Prey, which you have Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez.
You have Huntress, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
And
then you have Black Canary. I don't know the actress' name, but oh my god, I am in love. She is awesome. Like, I think she was probably the one that stands out in this movie. Steven, look up the name right now.
Yes, we're not gonna forget her. She was. I'm gonna let you say it because I'm real bad at butchering names.
You're real good at butchering names.
Real good at butchering names.
She's oh my god. I was like, oh, she's Smollett's sister.
Janine Smollett Bell. That's the way I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Journey.
Yeah.
Journee. Journey.
Yeah.
Journey.
Journey. stop. But like, just like all those things that I heard about.
I'm sorry. Ella J. Basco.
Yes, her. But I was gonna say, because I thought you were gonna mention the name. Mm-hmm. The one thing that stood out in this movie, which is probably the best part, Ewan McGregor as Black Mass, dude. Oh my god, dude, he was ew.
Is that a snot bubble?
Ew. He just kept saying it the whole movie, dude. Oh my god, yeah. But he really like turned it up to 11 in this movie, and he knew what he was doing. This movie,
I loved him in Doctor Sleep, but this one he
was just like having fun, dude.
Yeah, he was just having fun.
And that's what I like about this movie. This was fully aware of itself.
This was like Tommy Lee Jones in Batman Forever playing Two-Face, but Ewan McGregor playing a different villain.
But he actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the beginning, Tommy Lee Jones did enjoy it, which is why he took the part.
But then he hated Jim Carrey.
But then he hated Jim Carrey. But yeah, Ewan McGregor, dude, I wouldn't say he stole the show, but he did really good for the part that he played.
And okay, I'm gonna say it right now. I know we're gonna do this much often, but beware now. If you haven't watched this movie, we're probably gonna spoil a few things. I'm not gonna go deep into the whole everything in the movie, but just like a few things that happen in the movie that I really, really enjoy. So from here on out, spoilers for Birds of Prey. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But if you have seen it, stick around and we have to say right now.
And then after you watch it, come back and watch.
When he puts on the black mask, like I was freaking out in the movie. I'm like, oh shit! And then not only that, but his accomplice, who was it? Zaz, Victor Zaz. He's like his character. Like his thing is like he loves to torture people.
Yeah.
He came out in the Arkham games. He was like this crazy like he loves torturing people. So like this movie, like they show him like actually torturing people. I'm like, and at first I'm like, who is this guy? And they kept saying. And after a while, they're like, "Oh, it's Zaz." I'm like, "Oh, this is Zaz!" I'm like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like, fucking Zaz.
That's part on my fault too, because I never played any Arkham games, so that's why I wasn't too like.
Well, he even had like a small little part in I think it was either Dark Knight or Dark Knight Right, or maybe even it was one of the Nolan Batman films. Like he was in court, and it was like they even say Victor Zaz. You're gonna be transferred to Arkham Asylum. I think it was Batman Begins because it was Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow, who was gonna send him to.
Was he the one when Batman was going through the ones and he's just sitting there?
Yeah,
and he's just like, oh yeah, okay.
It's a small part. See, I like shit like that because
I was wondering why that was like a significant 2-second scene. Like why is it like he goes, excuse me, and they're like,
yeah, because like the thing is like I remember I heard about Zaz from playing the Arkham games, and he's like this crazed lunatic who loves torturing people. So it's really like kind of super highlighted. But
I liked the character in the movie, for sure. But I wasn't. I guess I wasn't as like the way you feel about it.
I was like, holy shit, this fucking Zaz, and like he did like that guy did a really good job. But yeah, I mean, this movie, I liked it. It was fun. Like I said, my main gripe was like it's really more of a Harley Quinn movie than it is Birds of Prey, which they should have marked. And they did market it, but this is a title throws it off so bad.
The title did throw it off. Yes, this is a real big Harley Quinn movie because when I went to go watch the movie, there was a lot of teenage girls that were there with their parents watching the movie that were dressed in either dressed up as Harley Quinn or dressed up with something Harley Quinn or wearing a T-shirt Harley Quinn. Just something that referenced Harley Quinn. They were all there to watch Margot Robbie. Sorry about that. Margot Robbie.
Said Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. I am so sorry. God dang. These beers are so good.
It's so good. Yeah. Of course, like Margot Robbie, Smollett. That's how I'm gonna talk to her. Smollett Bell.
Rosie Perez.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Like of course I love them, and I like Rosie Perez because I liked her in Pineapple Express. But
I
loved her in this movie, especially when she wears the little. Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
I was gonna say that because I loved her in White Men Can't Jump with Wesley Snipes and Harrison and Woody Harrelson. But oh god, yeah,
I saw it. I'm like, oh wow.
Aren't you glad you wore that? It's bulletproof.
She still got it. And yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yes. And like you said, Pineapple Express too. Like, you sexy motherfucker. You sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, she's like turned up to like.
I love Rosie Perez, dude. I mean, she in the 90s, mid 90s, she was like the shit, and she is still the shit with her coming out in this movie. I mean, yeah. God, dude.
The thing that kind of was weird to me, and I get it, like, we all know now that like DC is doing their whatever the hell they want to do now. You know, there was Joker, who Joaquin Phoenix won the best Oscar for, which I think he deserved, minus his dumb speech about milk or some shit. But Birds of Prey was I kind of saw it. Okay, it's its own thing. It's its own thing. Don't worry about nothing, watching nothing else. But at the same time, they were like in the beginning, they kept honing in back to what was like. When I say that, I mean the Suicide Squad.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I'm just
Did you catch that one? When she was in the police station, there's a wanted sign, and she goes, "I know that guy."
Who was it in that picture?
So we're gonna do a little bit of spoilers.
Spoilers, okay. We already know.
Little spoilers. It was Captain Boomerang.
I didn't see that part. I remember that.
She walks in. She walks in.
Oh, you know what? I went to the restroom when that part happened.
She went, and it's when she has like that.
Yeah, the beanbag.
Yeah, and then she's going in there, and then she's like walking out, and she goes, "Oh, I know that guy."
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like so. But see, the thing is with that. Okay, because he's gonna be in another movie.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. So there's a thing. It could either reference to the fact that she knows him because she knew him from the David Ayer's Suicide Squad movie, or it could be that from the upcoming James Gunn Suicide Squad movie,
he's playing the same character.
The actor that played Captain Boomerang is also playing Captain Boomerang and James Gunn. They're really like which
tiptoeing.
Now the question is, what timeline is James Gunn's Suicide Squad going to take place?
Because
is it going to take place before?
The thing is, like,
or after?
It also did acknowledge the David Ayer Suicide Squad, because when she's like I said, okay, guys, if you don't already know by now, we're spoilers. But when she's driving the truck into the Ace Chemical, which is also in the trailer, so it's not that much of a spoiler. But they keep showing flashbacks of her jumping in. So I'm like, but not once did they show the Joker. They didn't show him.
Not his face.
They showed the back of him, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. But see, like, so it's just like, okay, so are they ignoring it? Are they not ignoring it? Like, what are they doing? Like, it's a little bit weird. That part is kind of like up in the air, but like, I also like the fact because like they're like, we can't ignore this. It's happened. We can't ignore it. This is still the Harley Quinn that was in that movie, because they obviously showed her but God, I mean like if you put all that stuff aside, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, it was fun.
Exactly.
It was
I really enjoyed
fun.
it, and I think that it stood on its own very well.
And honestly, I'm glad they had no. They were like name drops or whatever, but I'm glad they didn't show Batman in this movie.
It's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. I know it is because that's how I already knew about it. I just like what she names her hyena.
The hyena, Bruce.
Yeah, I love the hyena. I named her after that
hunky Wayne fella.
Hunky Wayne fella.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed it.
And okay, I don't know if I messed it up for him or not, but there is no mid or end credit scene. There is something at the end of the credits, but it's up to you whether or not you want to stay. But it's not a scene.
It's not something like to stick around for. It's just mainly her talking.
It's pretty much her talking. But
I'm not gonna say what she says, but it's talking.
Yeah, she says something, but I'm not gonna tell you what she says. It's up to you whether you want to stick around or not to see what she says. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like,
to kind of go back to about why this movie did not because this movie got so many good reviews. It got
It did.
so
Like
many
when,
good
I remember
reviews.
it came out. Other I remember I sent you guys all these reviews of people that I actually tune into.
And even from like other podcasts that we listened to that got to go see the premiere, they were all giving it really good praise. Really good praise. Why this movie didn't do so good in the theaters? It could have done with it been part of the title, because like I said, a lot of the teen girls that were going to go watch this movie.
It also could have been the R rating.
That was going to be my second point. Was they were all there to see Harley Quinn. Now again, these were teen girls, like between 13 to 17 years old, all going to go watch this movie with their parents. That the parents didn't even know what they were getting themselves into.
Honestly, though, like it wasn't that bad for the R rating. Like, I mean, I there's some parts that
I think the main reason why I got the R rating, other than a few scenes, was more of her cussing. She was, oh my god,
they cuss a lot.
She was cussing a lot.
But at the same time, like I kind of felt like they were overdoing it with the cussing.
I think
just
so
to get the R rating, and I'm not complaining. Like I like that I was rated R, but I just felt like,
and I can kind of see why they also were trying to aim for the R rating with Ewan McGregor's character a little bit as well too.
Yeah, because
I think if this would have gotten a PG-13, I think it still would have probably been just as good. I think so, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, they could have made it work. I think they could have made it work. The R rating thing was just more of like I said, like we said earlier, the cussing part of it.
Yeah.
And the few scenes that were black mass does get pretty raw and shit. Which I actually liked. I like that. Like it kind of showcased what kind of villain he is. I don't like the way how they handled him and towards the end.
Yes.
I really wish they didn't do that.
Thank you.
I really wish.
Yes, I really wish they didn't do
it. Was so quick and fast.
They didn't do what they did, but I really thought it was gonna end up another way, and how he was going to permanently be Black Mass, but it is what it is, and I didn't really like it, but again, it happened.
Yeah,
so
yeah. But because
I get to see him, I could have definitely, I definitely enjoyed his character so much. I love him. I love him.
Ew. Oh god, but. Check out Birds of Prey and check out other movies we've been talking about today.
And then the fight scenes. The fight scenes
were pretty good.
A lot of people are complaining about the fight scenes, but I thought the fight scenes were really good.
I liked them.
I thought they were really entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, for chicks kicking ass, dude, it proves, they can kick some ass, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and they do give them a chance. Not every movie's Ghostbusters.
And they fucking hit just as hard as a male superhero.
Not every movie is Ghostbusters 2016. I'm sorry, I don't like that movie. It's not because of the women. It's just not a good movie yet.
The storytelling was pretty bad.
It was horrible.
But yeah, it is what it is. So,
but those are all the movies that we saw and that I saw when I was sick. But since then, I know you've been really tuned in to the TVs.
Yeah, I'm always stuck on TV. Yeah, I've been watching a couple of things. Obviously, with this recording, Clone Wars has already premiered, so I saw the the first episode of that one.
Is it like Mandalorian episode every week, or is it just all
episode every week?
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And I think I want to say they're going to do a little mid-season, because I think at a certain point they're going to break off for a while and then it's going to come back.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% on that. But that you can always look up the schedule for that. But they've already got 6, 7. I'm gonna go with 8. Like 6 to 8 episodes already lined up, ready to come out every Friday. And from watching this first episode, oh my god, it was amazing. I really want you to watch it, and even without watching the other ones. The way that this episode, I mean, obviously it wasn't shot because it's
animation.
It's an animation, but the way it was just maneuvered so good.
You could say that. The way it was shot, you could say that.
It looked like it was like a shot, because there was one scene in this first episode that looked like a one shot scene, and I was just like, dude, this is freaking badass, dude. This is fucking good. I mean, Clone Wars has been one of those animations, you love it or hate it, but it's been one of those that has been a #1 fan favorite. Everyone loves it. This final season is supposed to lead up, if not be involved with Revenge of the Sith, episode 3 of Star Wars. And I mean, it's just
Is
so
it
good.
before or
so
after?
No, this is supposed to be before, and it's supposed to be.
Okay,
it's supposed
but
to,
it shows.
It's supposed to lead up to it, and like I say, that's why I say it's supposed to lead up to, if not also at the same time of
happening
of Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, so you see that kind of like that descent into madness.
Yeah, in this first episode, you don't get no Obi-Wan, but you get Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker, and they're just and Anakin Skywalker.
Hey, but
in this first episode, it has this kind of like disbelief in him, like kind of like a smug to him. But he's not one of the main factors. The main factors of this episode is this group of clones that are called the Bad Batch. And, dude, those guys are some badass mother effers, dude. They are amazing. This whole episode was so good. I'm going to go back and watch it again. I loved it. It was amazing. I can't wait to see some of the new ones. And I can't wait till they finally bring back Ahsoka Tano. I mean, she was always one of my favorite characters from watching this. And then even when Ahsoka came back in Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, dude, it was so amazing. So yeah, if you've been watching Clone Wars, watch it. If not, start watching it. It's an amazing show. Another one I've been watching on HBO is The Outsider, based off of a Stephen King novel. That one is super good, really good. It's got I don't want to butcher the name again, but Ben Matheson from Star Wars Rogue One.
I know what you're talking about. What's his name?
It's Ben. I know his first name is Ben, but it's really good.
It's on Spider-Man.
Huh?
It's on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I mean, not Spider-Man. Captain Marvel.
Well, yeah, no, he does come out of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
technically, if you think. But it's a really good show. It's a thriller.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn, yes.
Mendelsohn. Slow down.
Yeah, it's it's a little thriller. It's not really scary, but it's really good. It's got a good storytelling. Really good actors in it. She's really good. What's that character's name right there?
Is that Cynthia Erivo?
Yeah. I suggest, if you have HBO, watch it. If you don't, get the password. It's really good. Another one that I've been watching, and I'm really up a fence about this one because I loved the movie, but the show, I'm really up a fence against it because it has so many similarities to it, and I know both the movie and the show and the show and the show are based off of
HBO?
off the novel.
No.
High Fidelity.
Okay.
Okay. High Fidelity, starring
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. Pretty much she's like the big one.
What movie is it based off of?
High Fidelity.
Oh.
With who had John Cusack, Jack Black. Her mom came out in it. Lisa, what's her last name? God dang, I had this all planned out.
Jason Momoa's wife.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. Lisa.
It's Lisa
Simpson.
No. But I really loved the movie, and where is it? Right? Bonet.
Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet.
Bonet.
I really loved the movie. The movie is really good. It's based off of a British, or a novel from a British author. You know, this character Rob owns a record store and places her top 5 kind of stuff and goes through this like major breakup, whatever, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. The show references a lot from the movie, and that's why I'm really up against the fence if it was worth making the show. Because if you're gonna reference, if you're a fan of the movie, you know of the movie, then you're gonna be like, you know, is this worth even watching 8 episodes of this show? When I could just watch the movie. The character itself, Zoe Kravitz plays a character. Her name is Robin, and then they shorten it to Rob, so they call her Rob in the show. Because that's the main character's name is Rob. So that's why I'm just a little up a fence against it. I'll let you be the judge of it. If you haven't seen the movie High Fidelity with John Cusack, I suggest you go watch it and then maybe watch the show and then see what you think, or vice versa. Watch the show and then see what you think of the movie. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, want to take a quick break?
If you want to take a break, do we got anything else to talk about?
Yeah, I got something to talk about.
Okay, we got something to talk about.
Take a quick break and we'll be right back. And what's going on, guys? Geekin Drinkin episode 38. As always, I'm Eddie. This is Steven. And we are drinking Back Unturned beer from Back Unturned Brewing Co. Earlier we had, now we're vice versa. Legend of El Dorado, the dry hopped lager, 5.5
and
ABV.
I got the redhead in the hay. Razz Saison
7.1. Let's do another cheers because these beers are fucking delicious. Check them out, guys. Backunturned.com. Check out their brewery. Check out their brew pub. Check out some beers. It's so good. But yeah, so we know, chill episode. We're talking about the beer that we're drinking. Talking about some movies that we saw, some shows, High Fidelity. If you're into the movie, check out the show because there's a lot of subtle hints in there. Which if you're a fan of the movie or a fan of that,
Well, see, that's what I'm just saying. Okay, just kind of go back on it because I showed them a clip. I showed them two clips. I showed them a clip from the movie and a clip from the show that are pretty much really just the same scene,
just
two different songs,
just more modernized,
two different versions. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Do you like it or no?
That's what I'm saying. I'm really up against the fence with this show because. And then the last episode I saw, Zoe Kravitz's character was really pissing me off.
So is this a weekly show or
no? It's pretty,
all there.
It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original, and it's there to binge. So if you want to binge watch it, they have all the episodes available.
But you're doing it the right way.
Yeah, I'm taking it slow. Because like I said, I had to because
kind of like with that beer.
And in this last episode, her character really pissed me off, and I kind of get it where she was coming from in the episode, but I kind of was like, dude, come on.
Isn't that what makes a good show? Good show though, like if it invokes an emotion out of you.
Well, yeah, definitely for sure. But I'm talking about though, like, did we really need this show if they were gonna just kind of shoot frame for frame on certain things as well?
Okay. So you're not so much of a fan of that.
Yeah, one of the characters in the show. So in the movie, Jack Black is in the movie, and he's like this kind of like asshole. Person in the movie, I liked him. My wife's like, oh, I hate him in that movie. It's like, oh, whatever. So the girl that's playing his character in the show, the actress playing his character in the show is kind of like, for me, like trying to bring back that, kind of like, I don't know, just
trying to imitate
Black. And maybe overdo it a little bit, and I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of that. So the only reason why I love the show is because I love the movie, but and it's kind of bringing me back, and it's like, in a way though, it's kind of making me like, you know what? I'd rather watch the movie than watch the show.
Do you feel like it's trying to hit on those nostalgic points, but doing it in the wrong way? Or doing it like in a real on the nose type of way, like, oh yeah, hey, you remember this in the movie? Like, I'm quirky too, like Jack Black.
I don't know. It's just kind of, sometimes it's kind of really hard to watch, and I just kind of start losing interest. Now, if you've never seen the movie and you want to watch the show, I strongly suggest it. I guarantee you will definitely love the show. But for, people like me who have seen the movie and fans of the movie, I just don't really think that we needed a show of this. And again, like I said, so the main character's name in the movie is Rob. And so to kind of make it the same way in the show, Zoe Kravitz's, name is Robin,
Robyn,
Robyn, but they call her Rob. So, you know. And G, you know, this is Rob, you know, or Robin, so and so. It's like
You're just like, really? Yeah.
But you know, whatever. So I'm past it.
It's
I'm over it.
It's okay. You know, we'll see. We'll see how you feel a couple episodes in. Maybe you'll abandon it. Maybe you'll keep watching it.
It ain't as bad as that Patterson bat suit though.
Oh, hold on. Before we get there, I have one more movie that I forgot to mention earlier that I watched. I've been, you know, kind of like on the fence of watching because usually sequels that come at a later date aren't always that great. You know, Key and Point, Zoolander sucked. Super Troopers wasn't that great. Joe Dirt was trash. I saw Zombieland 2. Double tap. It's good. I like it. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Could I have done without it? Yeah, I could have done without it. But am I glad that I watched it? Well, whatever.
I would have seen it or not seen it, whatever.
I mean, yeah, I watched it. I liked it. Would I have felt the same way if I didn't watch it? Probably. I could have done without it. But like I said, it's funny for what it is. I mean, if it's pretty much what you think it's gonna be. Zombieland 2, and it's a lot of the same kind of things. A lot of the stuff that was introduced in the trailer, which is funny. You know, some of the funny points. It's still funny.
One of my main things of the trailer I really, really loved, I still love to this day, is the Academy Award nominee Jesse Eisenberg. Academy Award nominee Harrison.
Harrison Ford.
No, not Harrison Ford.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Academy Award winner Emma Stone. You know.
Yeah, and then the last one, Academy Award winner Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, you know, the movie is what it is. It's fine. You know, like I said, like if I didn't see it, I would have felt the same way I do right now because it's just there, you know. But you know, if you're looking for like a good goofy movie to watch while you're either drinking or you know, getting a little hazy in the mind, you know, whatever, you know, check it out. It's good. It's all right. You know, it's all right. It's a good movie. You know, you know,
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. You know, I was more entertained by Birds of Prey, but this movie is, you know, it's good. It's good.
Good for what it was.
Good Thursday, Friday night viewing. You know, just have a couple beers and just want to, you know, kick back and just be silly. You know, watch it. It's a really good movie. You know, whatever.
Cool. Cool.
Back to that bat suit. We did. You know, the last thing we're talking about today. What was it? Last week we got the screen test, which is a thing now that apparently DC is doing with their movies. Remember when Joker was filming? They did the screen test. That's when we got the first look of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Well, it was just like Joaquin Phoenix, just like there with his hands in his
and then it had like in the background had him as a Joker.
He's there, kind of like just smiling, and then all of a sudden, you know, hints of the Joker come out in the background.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
like little clicks, you know.
Yeah, which provoked conversation, which it does.
I don't know why people gave shit about it. I really love the way that Joker looked.
I honestly do. And, you know, and I'm working on a tat with our boy Josh. Check him out, slimzing.com. Set up your appointment. Check him out on social media. Awesome tattoo artist, even better friend. You know, and you know, me and him working closely together. I'm getting a Joaquin Phoenix Joker tattoo on my leg, so I'm very excited for that. And honestly, I bought the movie and I've watched it at least 3 times now. I actually really, really like that movie. But going back to you know, DC doing their screen tests or leaked screen tests, we did get a look at Robert Pattinson in the Batman suit. At first, I wasn't a fan of it.
Same.
I like what they were doing. The music, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. I see his blurry silhouette in the back. Oh, here we go.
Well, see, I didn't watch.
I
didn't watch the tease like that. I just straight up saw the pics.
Oh yeah, I watched the tease. I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. You know, all right, here we go. Ooh, what is that? A paper mask? What the hell is he wearing on his head at?
Is that Adam West?
Oh, and the thing is, like, and they fucked up so bad. They did not show the ears. I think that was probably one of the biggest things.
Well, we know that he has ears for sure. Because
I hope so, because if not,
well, there was other leaks. Did you see those other ones?
Yeah. And I guess
shows the ears.
I was gonna get to it. And the ears look fine now, but it's just like that first screen test didn't do it for me.
The only one thing I did like out of that screen test that they mentioned was the bat symbol, what it was made out of. Really? I liked it. I thought that was pretty cool.
The whole thing, it's a gun that killed his parents. Like, really?
But see, had I not known that, what I thought they were like extra weapons where he could have just went.
But it doesn't look like a bat though. It just looks like two little,
But again, I thought they were like weapons where he would have like grabbed them and kind of like thrown them, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would have been pretty cool.
And I just didn't really do it for me.
Speaking
But then,
do you know how I got these scars?
But then we got the actual more photos of him, and it looks better. I feel like this
looks a lot more tactical.
I feel like this is one of those Spider-Man Homecoming situations where this is his suit before the suit. This is his homemade suit before he gets his actual suit.
Before he starts using Wayne Enterprises to start making his suits.
Yeah.
Because that's what they said in the movie, that the suit is not going to be a Wayne Enterprise suit.
Okay. I mean,
because like in the Christopher Nolan ones, it was obviously that Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman's character, was the one that was providing him with the stuff and making the suits.
Which, if I'm gonna be honest, when I go back and watch those movies, I love the Nolan movies, but I'm just like, everything's so convenient. Like, it's just like at his like grabbing to get this stuff. Like, does it come in black? Like, motherfucker, like, you really don't work hard to get your shit, do you? Like, like, it's just supposed to be like a scrappy Batman that's like don't have superpowers, and you're supposed to like, and I get that he uses his billionaire, stuff to like.
But I did not like the bat suit in Batman Begins.
Oh, the cow.
Yeah, I did not like it. I really loved the Dark Knight suit for sure.
Where he turned his head and shit.
Yeah. But it's funny though, because even Morgan Freeman's character kind of even mentions that. Oh, so you want to be able to turn your head?
Yeah, you want to go to the driveway, whatever. And like, and I think those movies are more like
might do fine against kitty cats.
Like, I don't know, like. I go back and watch those movies now, and I like them. I really do. I like them for what they are. But if you really like think about them, just like these are kind of ridiculous, like I don't know. Like I like Christopher Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan. I just feel like it's just like bam, 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 bam to the point. Like
can't wait till 10 to come out. But back to Batman.
Yeah. I like Ben Affleck in the suit, minus Justice League. I hate Justice League. But his whole thing in Batman v Superman, I love the way they did.
I loved his suit. I thought his suit was fucking badass.
Batman Affleck, people need to give him more credit. Like, I know he kind of phoned it in. He was having all his issues with Justice League, and in a recent interview came out that like that
personal issues.
Yeah,
well,
that he wrote the script for Batman. So one of his friends told him, "This is a great script. I just don't want to see you going to the same shit because you will die." Like, with his drinking, like, and then, he's human. He has his own issues. He's going through, his divorce, all that stuff. It sucks.
Went through his,
it sucks.
Which he also mentioned was probably like one of his big regrets.
Yeah, and but like the way he was portrayed, the way he did himself in Batman v Superman was awesome, and that's probably one of the most redeeming factors of that movie is him. And his bat suit and just the way the tech is in that movie. Justice League, fuck no, I hate Justice League. That suit was stupid. He looked real bulgy in that suit. Like, I just did not like it at all. It really took me out of the movie, and it kind of like it took me out of the movie. But not only that, I'm just like, oh, like you could just tell he's struggling. Like, I don't like it like at all. This one. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, like I'm one of the ones that's more excited about Robert Pattinson. But
again, this is just the first
yes,
one,
and it is, and we'll see how it turns out.
And I will be posting some of those pics on our Instagram page and Twitter.
And guys, if you are following us on Instagram, go do it already because we're real active on there. Steven's posting the news that comes up every day. I'm posting just fun shit. Whatever music we're listening to, or whatever movie I just watched. We're really trying to like, and whatever it's on Instagram, just get posts onto Facebook. Not really so active on Twitter, because Twitter's a toxic place. I don't even like going on there.
I'm trying to, despite what it is, but I'm trying to.
Twitter's fucking.
But and again, just support us. Let us, just let us know. There's something that you don't like, something that you do like. We love what we do. We're happy to do what we do. We want to acknowledge, someone that gave us some praise to us last week as well. Hey, thanks. We appreciate. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us.
Honestly, dude, that really made my day.
That really made both of our days. I mean, I shared it with everybody. Michael Ram.
Michael _ Ram _ 01.
Michael _ Ram _ 01. Dude, thanks for being a fan to us and supporting us, and we're glad to entertain you, and that's what we're here for. So.
Someone's watching. Honestly, last week I was sick, and I'm just like, I had one of those moods. I'm just like, what the fuck am I even doing? I didn't want to do this no more. But then I saw that post he posted. I'm like, oh, what? Like, thank you. Like,
and despite all the controversy, go Astros. So,
well, I'm not touching that.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, did you? We'll switch it up a little bit. We have a couple, about a couple minutes left in this, right now in the show. Did you happen to catch the All-Star game?
No, I didn't get to watch the All-Star game.
Any dunk contest, 3-point contest, any of that? No,
I didn't watch any of it.
No, that's actually good. Good.
I heard really good things about it this year.
I mean, I watched the All-Star game on like YouTube, in pieces. Really good. You know who I really, really, really like, who's really standing out to me this year in basketball? Trae Young.
I always like Trae Young.
Trae Young, bro. He is on fire.
No. You know what? Not Trae Young. The one that I always thought was really good. He was on with Golden State. And I think now he's with the Lakers. Is what's his name? Sun Cook.
I don't know.
I forgot his name, but I thought I've been following him. He's been really good. So.
Yeah, dude. Like Trae Young, I think he just scored the other night like 50 plus points for a career high game. Dude, he's killing it. But I don't know, like all these people that like Joel Embiid, I can't stand that fool, dude. I cannot stand him. That fool is over here talking about he's a self-proclaimed that's the doggy. That's Jackson. Where is he at? Jackson. Yeah, he's a little hyper right now. But Joel Embiid, I cannot stand him. Like, he's over here proclaiming, I'm the best NBA player alive. Shut up. Yeah. Dude, you know how many dunks you missed? You know how many times you were featured on Shaq and the Fool? Like, dude, you just trash. Like, you all you do is talk trash. That's all you do is talk trash. The only thing you're good at is talking trash. You can't back it up. I can't stand him. I'd rather take Giannis over fucking Joel Embiid. Dude.
Yeah, Giannis is really good.
Giannis is good. And the thing is, he's low-key. Like, I like that about him. Like, he's low key. He's over here like, like, how many offers I had for endorsements or movies. I turned them down. I'm focused on winning. Good on him. 76ers are trash, dude. Philly's trash. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is all right, but
like Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is all right, but Joel Embiid's trash. I can't stand that fool, dude. Only thing good that he does is talk trash, and he's tall, so he could dunk on fools. But I can't stand him. He was all pissed off. The All-Star game shouldn't have ended by a free throw. It is what it is, dude. It's charity. Calm the fuck down.
Oh, little thing to know. Jack's here. We get his name from
Sons of Anarchy.
From Sons of Anarchy. Charlie
Hunnam's
character.
Yeah.
So.
He's not nothing like him, though.
Well, he's a little crybaby.
Yeah.
Always wanting attention.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean,
All right, sir. Go to your bed.
Yeah,
It's time to go to your bed.
Fuck out of here.
Go to your bed.
Yeah, dude. But no, like I've been watching Trae Young just this season, and he's killing it, dude.
Yeah, I mean he's not a bad player either, but he's good.
I love him.
From Hawks, Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think right now it's one of the best times to watch basketball. Everybody's tuned in, you know. Unfortunately, with the untimely death of Kobe Bryant, you know, everybody's stepping up their game, you know, showing their respects to the master,
the GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT. So I mean, you know, I think right now is it's a great time to be watching basketball. Unfortunately, Spurs aren't really doing it for us right now, so whatever.
They're doing what they can.
You know, I think DeMar DeRozan is starting to settle into his role here. I think he's starting to get more comfortable. I forgot the name of the other guy who just wanted out recently. What's his name? He just wanted out. He just wasn't clicking with the Spurs. I forgot his name.
Well, DeMar was one of the ones.
I forgot the other guy. You know, he has dreads and stuff.
Oh, he just got traded to us this year.
Yeah, he wanted out, and he's like, oh, no. I mean, in all respect to him, he had nothing but nice things to say about Pop. He's like, yeah, we talk about this and that. You know, great guy. He's just like, I'm just not clicking. And good on him, because when I first heard him, like, oh, this motherfucker wants out of here. Get that fuck out of here. But when I actually dig into more, he's over here saying like, well, you know what, like I respect what they do. It's just not for me. I'm just not feeling it. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna try take my my talent somewhere else. Whatever. All good on him. Whatever. Jackson's over here crying because he's
I told you he wants attention.
Yeah. But with that being said, I guess we're gonna wrap up today's episode. We talked about a lot of movies. Again, check out Horse Girl, check out Honey Boy, check out 4V Ferrari, check out Jojo Rabbit, check out Sonic the Hedgehog. Good movie to take your kids to go see. Check out Birds of Prey if you're into DC movies. It's a fun movie to go watch. Zombieland 2, it's a fun Friday night movie to a couple beers to go watch.
And if you want to watch any shows, HBO's The Outsider. What else did I mention? Hulu's High Fidelity.
And check, if you're not watching Lego Masters by now, go watch Lego Masters, because that show is just
with Will Arnett,
just good. Like, man, like, okay, the thing is, like, usually I'm not a fan of, like, sorry, I know the dog's crying, but I know, like, sometimes with these reality shows, they have those heartfelt moments, like, oh, like, my dad used to build Legos when I was a kid, and I just miss my dad. Like, okay, calm the fuck down. Aside from all that, like, it's a good show. Like, people build some really crazy shit with these Legos. Check out Lego Masters. It's a good show. I really like it.
I'll check it out. It's on. You can watch some of the Hulu episodes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Dog's crying. He's over here just
Jax.
Back Unturned guys from San Antonio, Texas. Check them out. Backunturned.com or check them out at their brew pub. Just search Back Unturned Brewing Co. Nothing but nice people. Like I said, we got this 4-pack. $7 each, but when you buy a 4-pack, it's 25% off. We had the El Dorado dry hop lager, which is a 5.5%. We also had the Redhead in the Hay, which is a raspberry Saison, 7.1%. Delicious beers. Honestly, probably one of the best beers we had on the show. Check them out. Give them your support. Go check out their brew pub, and and buy yourself a pizza. Do that.
Pizza and Wings.
Pizza and Wings. It's right there off the Riverwalk on Brooklyn Avenue. So go check it out. So glad to be feeling better from this stupid flu. But until next time, I'm Eddie.
Steven.
Cheers.